What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Durbin Compound. My name's Devin Durbin, if you haven't met me already. So as you can tell, we're probably in a different setting than we usually are. Today we're at Buckeye Sun Control in Marysville, Ohio. Behind me is my buddy Josh.
How's it going, guys?
Josh, what he does is he's a professional window tint installer. He also does clear protection film. Just about any little aftermarket thing you want to do on your vehicle, he can help you out. So they're located in Marysville, Ohio. BuckeyeSunControl.com is a great their website. I'll put a link to it in the description below so that you guys can check them out. So what we're going to do is probably a three-part series on how to clean glass, what to expect when you go in a window tint shop, and just basic overall, maintenance and things like that when it comes to window tint. So I hope you guys enjoy. We're thinking about doing a promo, so if you guys see this video and you're in the area and you want to come get your car done, if you mention the Durbin Compound to Josh, what he'll do is take off 10% off your total at the end of the day. So he's giving everybody a hookup. So if you see this video, and you want to hit up Josh at Buckeye Sun Control in Marysville, Ohio, he'll be more than willing to help you out. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's roll on to the content. All right, so what I wanted to have Josh go over first is basically how to clean the inside of the windshield. And you were talking about pre-tint clean. Yeah. And so would you base it like having just regular clean and pre-tint clean? Is that completely two different things?
It is, because I think the pre-tint clean is more about like removing dirt and anything that could show up under the film. Okay. And then your post-tint clean is more about no streaks. Okay. Not having any streaks left. So the first thing we'll do is we'll wet it down. We just use Johnson's baby shampoo and water. Okay. Mainly because it has no chemicals in it that's going to change the color of interiors or fade your leather or anything like that. And then we hit it with what's called a Scotch-Brite pad, which is just abrasive enough to clean off any dirt or anything like that, but won't scratch your windows.
Okay, sweet. And that's for the pre-tint clean?
That is for the pre-tint clean.
Okay, so would you recommend, you said earlier that tint really can't be scratched by anything. Can a Scotch-Brite pad scratch tint?
It would scratch tint, yes. Okay. You wouldn't want to clean your windows with this after your tint was on. This is just to get any dirt really off of your glass, or weld sparks we see sometimes from welding near a vehicle get on there and you can't even really see them. Okay, all right, cool.
All right, sweet. So let's go inside the vehicle and see what you do.
So what I do when I'm cleaning the outside of windows without tint is I just go ahead and wipe them off completely first. I'm not trying to get streaks out. I'm trying to go really...
Of course it would happen. No big deal. Yeah. All right, so getting back down before the phone rang, let's get back at it. So you clean the outside, not worried about streaks.
Yeah, not worried about streaks. I'm just trying to get all the dirt out from the edges or anything that when I actually do clean the window to eliminate the streaks isn't gonna run back into my window, you know what I mean? Okay. So I'm just trying to get literally all the dirt off of it. Okay. So I hit around the edges real hard, then I just wipe it down. And I'm still just using that Johnson's baby shampoo for this part, because once again, I'm just trying to get dirt off. Okay. And then if you have bird guts or bud guts or spray off from paint, you can use that Scotch-Brite on it and then it'll wipe it right off there.
So that's something that you could always use on the outside of the windshield to clean it.
Exactly, just not on sand.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys use all kinds of stuff to even actually machine polishing the glass on the outside to get it like super smooth and clean. Razor blades, stuff like that.
And I'm sure, we use razor blades sometimes on some of the heavier stuff. I don't have a polisher, I've never done that, but I don't know. Might just kind of scare me to
That's kind of getting anal with it.
Yeah,
like you don't need to machine polish the glass. And I'm actually surprised that you use Johnson's baby shampoo on the outside. To me, that formula would have streaks like crazy.
And it does, it totally does. We're not going to use that for our final clean. The shampoo in it, like you said, does dry on the window and leave those streaks. But it's all about just getting the dirt off. I don't really even think it matters what you use the first time. Gotcha. And then moving on to trying to get the streaks to go away, I use invisible glass. Okay. Once again, I don't think product matters a whole lot. I think there's good stuff and then there's crappy stuff. And I use the good stuff. But to me, you basically have to wipe down anything you want streak-free twice with 2 different paper towels. If you wipe anything with a paper towel that's even damp, it's just gonna leave streaks. And if you leave any product of any kind on the window, it's gonna leave streaks. Okay. So basically, you're just trying to get every ounce of everything off the window.
Right. Okay.
So then I'll hit it with the invisible glass. And I'll wipe down literally about that much of it, and I can tell my paper towel is getting wet because it's starting to leave streaks as opposed to just leaving it totally dry. So I'll flip it over and I'll do it again.
See, and I think that's where I go wrong when I'm cleaning glasses, that I have, usually I keep a little bit of product on the paper towel because I feel like the towel lints too much. And then, when I have it dry.
So the second time I clean it, now I'm not even done with this side, I will barely spray it with my cleaning stuff. So I mean, there's hardly any product on there at all.
Okay.
And then I use a fresh, dry paper towel again.
Okay.
And just wipe it off again. And this way, we're for sure leaving zero product on it.
Gotcha.
And to me, that is the...
And those are just basic white paper towels.
Basic white paper towels. Like you said, some people like the microfiber, but the only advantage to a microfiber is to not scratch your paint. And there's just absolutely no way a microfiber or a paper towel or anything like that is ever going to scratch your glass. It's just too dense.
Right. And I think sometimes people use microfibers because they think it just picks up more dirt. But that dirt gets trapped inside the microfiber, and you're using the same towel for the whole process.
Yeah.
So that's why it's leaving all kinds of product.
And then I've also found that still, if you have any streaks, you can just wipe it with the dry paper towel. And that's going to pick up any lint that's left, because the paper towel getting moist is actually what's making that lint fall off of there. A dry paper towel doesn't leave any lint. So
I had the wrong theory. I had it backwards.
You had it backwards, yeah. Yeah, so if there's still any streaks, I mean, you can just wipe it again with the dry paper towel and it will remove any streak that's left.
Okay. All right, and so I know you do a lot of stuff with blue shop towels too, the shop paper towels. Now that's for tinting.
That's typically we use that, yeah, just for the tinting on the inside to remove, and that will, blue towels leave zero lint. So that's what we use those for, not for cleaning. I mean, no moisture ever touches those. We just use those to wipe down right before we tint.
Cool.
To remove any lint.
So we'll see that in a few.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Carry on, sir.
Awesome. Clean the other half.
So yeah, basically what I'll do between the two sides is fade out and fade back in.
Okay. Like I said, if me switching sides or anything messes anything up, just tell me, we can redo it.
Oh no, dude, you're fine. Like that's the whole reason for my channel, is I wanted to have a little bit more candid. Like I'm not gonna leave a lot of conversation out or anything like that, because it's supposed to be candid. I don't want to like overproduced video.
Yeah, I feel
hate that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Seem fake or whatever.
Yeah, and then like people roll in all kinds of BS, and it doesn't make it seem very personal.
Okay.
Or like, yeah, if the phone rings, like we put it in the video, and then we cut out and say, oh, of course the phone would ring,
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's just like actually what happens in life, instead of we like re-record it like without the phone ringing.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
All right, so now we're headed inside. All right, so now let's go ahead and go over the inside.
So now we're talking about cleaning a window and preparing it to have tint put on. So we got the Scotch-Brite pad, like I said, and for a windshield, which I'll get some paper towels. It's always important to cover any electronics, obviously. And once again, we just use normal paper towels for this. I think it just really helps how much they absorb, and on top of that, we just use so much paper towels here that using anything else would become really expensive.
Yeah, I bet you guys go through like a crate of paper towels a week.
Almost a day, 24.
You'll go through that many in one day?
Almost 24 rolls in one day, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We buy a new one almost every day. Depends on how busy we are that day, but most days. So I just rub it down with that. Really, I mean, you can feel it hit anything hard, and you can feel it scrape it off, you know.
Okay.
So you can pretty much tell. And I mean, that's a really clean windshield already. I'm sure you keep it clean.
Yeah, for the most part. It's, this vehicle's old enough that we don't have off-gassing or anything like that. Where most of your stuff is already, gassed off, and you don't have that nasty, greasy film anymore. Okay, so you already went over it with the Scotch pad.
And then kind of similar to the outside, the first wipe over I'm doing, I'm making sure I'm really putting a lot of pressure on these outside, because any dirt you leave, even on the smallest edge of any window, as soon as you get it wet with that tint on there, it's just all that dirt's gonna fall right down into the film. It's not gonna stay up there.
I gotcha.
And then I don't worry about cleaning the bottom half of the windshield right now too much because it's just gonna drip a bunch more water down it anyway.
Okay, gotcha.
And then same thing, I'll run over everything with my dry side of my paper towel just to take off anything more there might be. And then we use the blue towel. I use a fresh one on every single window. I just feel like it needs to be extremely clean. It's really important.
Okay.
They leave 0 lint, so we basically just use them to pick up the lint that our paper towels left from cleaning. You don't want this to get wet because, like we talked about earlier, any wet paper towel is going to start to leave lint.
Okay.
And fall apart, basically.
Yep, I had the completely opposite theory of that.
So now we have to cut.
All right, so right now Josh is going to go ahead and cut the strip for the front windshield. Then we're going to install it on the inside. I'm not going to give away any of his trade secrets on how he does his work, so we won't be doing any of that stuff, but we'll definitely go over how to clean the windshield after he gets it done and make sure it's spick and span when it's that time. So we'll cut on to that, and we'll see you guys then. Okay, now that Josh has already gone through and put this tint on the windshield strip here, or put the tint strip on the windshield, we're going to go over how to clean it and talk a little bit more about how to care for tinted glass. So we did a couple talking points off camera, but now we're going to go over, like, this is what you would call a post-tint clean, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you're on, man. Let's do it.
So the same as cleaning the outside of the windshield. The first thing we're going to do is we're just going to make sure we get every bit of, you know, large chunks of soap, any dirt. We're gonna clean the bottom of the windshield and get all the dirt off of that. And we're gonna pay close attention to the edges again and make sure that there's no dirt on the edges, because that's just the most important part. And me personally too, I find that actually not like just scrubbing the window, but going kind of slow like this and giving it a chance to absorb some of that water helps a lot.
Okay. So yeah, that's kind of...
The less product you leave on the window, in my opinion, as far as not having streaks, is 100% what matters the most. Not the product, not even necessarily the paper towel or what you're cleaning it with, but just any water or any product you leave on that windshield at all will turn into a streak.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that's most of my problem is that I use a microfiber or something, and I'm
holding all that water in it.
I'm way too far into it.
So then same thing when we clean the outside, which we'll do again because it's got all sudsy from cutting out the windshield strip, but the second time I clean it, I put real light material on there because I've gotten most of the dirt off, I've gotten most of the water off, and now I just want to clean it and have it be streak free.
Gotcha. And fresh paper towel every single time.
Fresh paper towel with every single thing I do. I never reuse one. Like I said, if you see a streak anywhere, you can literally just wipe over it with your dry paper towel and just kind of scrub on it gently for a minute and it will go away.
Okay. Hey, look, there's the phone again.
There's the phone again.
That phone means money. Phone means money.
I mean, same thing that we've been talking about. Basically, we're gonna use a good amount of product on that first clean, and I spray it onto the edges of the car a little bit too, because you get overspray and you want it to be nice looking, you know?
Right.
And I always wipe that first because you don't want to wipe something dirty and then wipe the paint and, you know, pick up any dirt off the window and wipe it across the paint.
True story.
Yep.
So yeah, usually after a car wash or something like that, it's going to be pretty decently clean already.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of getting the streaks off of what was left from.
Just to make it a cleaner looking job. And yeah, in total. And then we'll wipe this all off, and it's not a big deal to not change my paper towel after wiping off that paint or anything like that, because we're gonna do that second clean to get all the streaks off anyway.
Gotcha. So one of the talking points that me and Josh had off camera was that you don't need a lot of supplies. Like, I think that too many times people get carried away with glass cleaning, and they're like, yeah, you need
3
this
different products.
Yeah, you need all this crap. You need because a lot of people get wrapped around the waffle weave microfiber towels, and like they streak like crazy, and it's because they hold so much crap in them. And then you wipe it once, and it's keeping the the invisible glass or whatever the product in the towel.
Yeah.
So no matter how many times you wipe it, it streaks, and I'm like losing my mind.
They try to advertise those towels too, yeah, like they're not going to streak, and I mean, it just makes no sense. Because exactly like what you just said, I mean, you're reusing those constantly, and all that dirt and stuff is just staying on that towel. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just disappearing.
Yeah. So take it from a pro that cleans glass all day, every day
Literally
for his job.
every day.
That you don't need anything fancy. You just need some paper towels
and a good glass cleaner. And like, you know, they're just kind of hit and miss. I just used different ones till I found one that I really felt worked the best, which I do think is invisible glass.
Cool. I know a lot of people like invisible glass too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good product.
Yeah, there's a few out there that I would say are all pretty even.
So yeah, pretty simple video on how to clean a windshield for sure. I think I might do a completely separate video about how to just clean like side glass and around the edges.
Okay.
You know, like rolling down the window or.
Yeah.
We might roll that into a whole nother separate video.
That's fine.
Who knows?
You want to do, man.
And I never really thought about going slow with the paper towel. I know I see you do it a lot, but you're slow and deliberate.
I mean, if you can just kind of tell, you know, it leaves almost nothing behind just because you're picking up every bit of that water and product.
And like too often I'm like wiping it fast. Just like that, I wipe it fast, and then I have my wet paper towel and I'm just keep wiping product back onto the windshield.
Now, I don't know if you can see, but can you see that streakiness right there still?
I'll have to come over and look at it. Okay, yeah.
You can see that patch of it? I'm not going to put anything else on there.
Okay, and just wipe it off.
See, it's completely gone.
Nice. Okay. Sweet. I like your techniques.
Off to what now?
Sweet. I don't know. Let's tint the side windows and go over that. Get into that. So let me wrap up the video here. All right, guys. So we went over basically how to clean the windshield. We put the tint strip up on the windshield. How to clean it inside and outside. Take tips from a pro on exactly how he did it. I think he definitely came up with some good points. Stuff that I wasn't even thinking about. That I was like, holy crap. You know, me keeping the paper towel wet because I think that it lints too much. There goes the phone again. Not gonna stop me. But yeah, like I kept the towel wet instead of dry, and it turns out that leaving it wet, you know, leaves a lot more lint. So there you go, tips on cleaning your windshield and how to do it. He even used a Scotch pad on the inside, so some stuff I wasn't even thinking about to get dirt off and all that crap. So hope you guys like the video. This will be just one of the series here at Buckeye Sun Control and tinting the Land Rover. So we'll see you guys next video.